Stephanie, I am making you the host. There you go,
You
guys.
are the bomb.
Okay, you're all set.
All right, score. Amanda, let me know when you start recording.
She did. It says recording in the top.
Okay, perfect. Hey guys, for those that don't know me, I'm Stephanie Grachik. I'm 200K with Thrive, and actually today is my 2-year anniversary. I am so freaking excited to share with you guys these absolutely amazing tips that we have coming for you guys tonight. Tonight, we're going to share with you guys on how you guys can go VIP 1600 by Saturday. It is possible. But right now, because I know she has 2 little girls to put to bed, I'm going to bring on one of my girls, who's actually my sister. So if I talk shit about her, forgive me, but I can because she's my sister. So here is my sister, Brittany Long. Now, little backstory about her. She's been stuck, you guys. She's been absolutely stuck. She's been scared to post on social media. She went to Cabo and she came back with just a fire lit. A fire was lit, and you guys, she got number 16 on the leadership board for VIP 1600, number 16 company wide. You guys, she did it. She came back, she grabbed that $1,320 bonus. So I'm gonna quick bring her on so she can tell you guys exactly what lit that fire, what made her come back, and how she did it. So Britt, take it away.
Hi guys, I'm Stephanie's sister. So I honestly, yeah, like Stephanie was saying, I have been in a huge rut for quite some time. There's many, I mean, I could probably give you guys, an hour's worth of excuses as to, what my rut was about or why it happened, just like anybody else could. But I realized that if I don't stop thinking negatively, or that it can't happen to me, or wait and see what my team is going to do to get more volume or get successful, like I realized like I just had to do it. So going to Cabo was huge. Since I joined, I've been on all of the getaways, and honestly, I cannot stress enough how important it is to go to these getaways, you guys. I mean, not only like it's huge for your business growth, people seeing you going on these vacations, these free vacations, and meeting people. It's so good for you personally as well. So when I got back from Cabo, I knew I had that VIP reset in my hands. So I had a few things in mind. I'm like, okay, I have to pay for an airplane ticket to go to North Carolina. I have to pay for an airplane ticket for the Dominican. I mean, I already know I'm going to get qualified because I have that mindset that I'm going to the Dominican. I'm already, telling people who's coming with me, even though it's only the first month. So I had all of these things in mind that I needed to pay for. So I'm like, okay, I need that.
Hold on, Britt, 1 second. Can everybody make sure you guys are muted? Please, everybody make sure you're muted right now. Hit the little microphone button on the bottom and please mute yourself. It's a lot easier for people to hear. All right, go ahead, Britt.
So when I got back from Cabo, I knew what I all needed to pay for. And so I needed, like financially, I needed that VIP reset bonus. I had no choice. So I actually went live and I told people my story, like, hey, you just saw me in Cabo. I'm going to go to the Dominican. I've been to all these places, and that's what this company can do for you. I actually just did another live tonight, and I have like 5 more people wanting to join my business because I'm going to hop off pretty soon to get them in the works. But telling your story and really realizing that if you have no other choice but to make this work, and it's up to you to make this work, like, because I know for so long my mindset was like I kept refreshing my volume to see like what my team was doing. But this past like month, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, I have been going to get all these people. I mean, last week I signed 5 promoters and 6 customers because I knew that I had to get that VIP 1600, and my mindset was I have never been on the leaderboard. I don't even care about, a speaker, a speaker gift. I'm like,
Yep,
my name,
headphones.
yeah, I'm like, my name has to be on that damn leaderboard.
She messaged me. She was up till sometimes 1 o'clock in the morning messaging me. I need to get on that leadership board.
Yeah.
You guys, she has 2 little girls. They're both in school, daycare. She has a full-time job. She had to get up. So you guys, what I'm trying to say is, even if you feel like you are in a funk, Britt, one thing I wanted to ask you is, what in Cabo do you think made you change your mindset that when you came back, like what made you like be like, hell, I just need to run for this? Because I guess I don't even know that.
You know what? And I honestly don't even know if I know it, but when you guys go on a getaway and you're surrounded by all these people with like minds and that earn this trip and are there in this business, it's like, you see what you have in your hands when you're on these getaways. Like, you see it. It's there for you, so you just have to freaking grab it. And I feel like I wasn't fully, like, grasping on at that point. I was just, like, along for the ride and, like, doing what I needed to do to, like, get on these vacations. But now I'm like, no. Like, I need to quit my job. My 3-year-old my 7-year-old told me last night that I need to be a stay-at-home mom just because she wanted me to pack her a cold lunch, which that has nothing to do with it. But she said that I had to be home to do that. It's just something has to make you flip your thinking. When I got back from Cabo, I went all the way back to 2 years ago when we started and in my messages and was like, hey, I know I talked to you July of 2016, but I'm going to message you again. Were you still interested? And I actually got one girl that I talked to like 16 months ago today that wanted a mini experience still. 16 months ago, I followed up with her. I'm sending her a mini tomorrow, and she's going to be my new promoter. Like, she has no choice. So, you know what? Follow up with people is huge. Not giving up on people is huge. And telling your story and just realizing that if you want a change and if you want to be successful, like, you need to grab it and just do it.
Right. So you guys, the one thing that I stress so much to my team is that you can never, ever, ever rely on your team. And that is exactly what Brittany was doing. She was in that mindset, well, it's my team, they're going to make me money. You cannot ever be in that mindset, okay? Because if you're in that mindset, you're going to fail. You're going to absolutely fail. Yeah. So if you're getting to that mindset where, no, this is my business. If my team's not taking me to that next level, if my team's not taking me to 12K, 40K, 80K, 200K, I need to do that on my own. I need to go find either a new team or I need to go find new blood. I'm not saying don't ever work with your downline no matter what. Like, always, always, always be there for your team no matter what. But you have to be in the mindset of, my team's not going to bring me to the top. I can't rely on anybody but yourself, because nobody cares about your dreams more than you. So what I love about Brittany is that, you know, gosh, you guys, I got everything. On her. No, I don't love everything about you. There's so much I hate. No, I'm kidding. But like I said, we're sisters. We can. But you guys, I stress to Brittany, like, dude, you got to start posting more. You got to start being more consistent. Brittany has a huge following because she has her makeup business. So she was in the mindset of, oh, but I'm so scared I'm going to lose my followers. What are people going to say? Like, blah, blah, blah. Shut up and do it. Start talking about your business. And you guys, since she came back from Cabo, like I told you, she got number 16 on the VIP 1600. Extra $1,300 she's going to have in her pockets because she got out of that mindset. She started posting. I mean, there's even people on our team would be like, who's this Brittany chick? Which is kind of sort of sad to say that people didn't know who you were. You know? So it's like, hey, welcome back, Britt. You know? So I'm just saying, you guys, you have to be in that mindset. Like, this is your business. This is all about you. Only you can go grab this. If you or anybody gets in that funk, like Brittany said, the best thing that she did for her business was get herself qualified to Cabo. And I know damn well she just thought she was going to go there on this luxury vacation and just tan and life's going to be great.
I did.
She did, yes, but it came back and she saw and she heard the stories from all of us talking in the pool. She heard what we were doing. Actually, guys, the night of the whiteout party, we all left her and her friend just so we could go back to the pool and go start messaging people and talking to people about the announcements that were going on. Like, seriously. What's that?
I stayed and partied.
Just shut up. Okay. But, like, seriously, you guys, like, the importance of these getaways is, number one, dude, they're free. Like, they're absolutely free. Who don't ever turn down a free vacation? Get there. You guys are going to be surrounded by some of the most amazing people in this company. And if you're ever in a funk, you're going to hear from those people. You're going to compare yourselves to these people. There's people that I was with in the pool that I talked to as 200K leaders, and I found out that they lost their 200K. I literally had no idea. I was absolutely shocked because I would not ever be able to tell from their social media. Absolutely shocked. So, and then I'm like, okay, what are you doing? Like, so then we started just working with each other. We got all these different ideas, and you guys, it's just, they're so inspiring. They're amazing. Just, you have to get to these getaways.
I mean, aside from like meeting with everybody at these getaways and hearing everything, it's so huge for your business growth because your social media, your people following you, I mean, you can post pictures, like share other people's pictures all day long about what this can do for you. But if you're in it and people see you doing these things, they're going to want to do it with you. It's so big for your business growth. People seeing you going to, even if it's like a local or anything like that, like get to it because people want to see what it has done for you because you are relatable. Your story is what sells. So Get your butts there.
Just like she said, even if you can't get to a getaway, get to a local, get back to being surrounded with all those mindset people. I mean, especially in today's world, there's so much negativity. People think our business is a scam, everything, but only you know, and people in this business know what this business can actually do for you. You guys, like Brittany says, she went live tonight. At one point, she had, I think, 72 people or something like that watching her. You guys, just from her live telling her story, and she was real and raw. I even looked to my husband, and I'm like, I think I see a tear in that little black soul of hers. Like, I think she might cry. So she told how she went through a divorce. She has her 2 girls, both in school, now being able to pay for their lunches, being able to pay for gymnastics, and she still has to go to work tomorrow. But her goal is to quit her job and do Thrive full time because obviously she has to make Peyton cold lunches every day. I mean,
apparently that's the thing. I don't get it. I'm like, I told her, I'm like, I can do that working too, right? But no, I have to be a stay-at-home mom. So I'm like, okay.
If you're in a funk and if you don't know what to do, even if you can't get to a getaway or get to a local, get back to doing what you were doing with Thrive when you first started. Dig deep, get that passion, get that why on why you joined. Before we let Brittany go, you guys, you know how important samples are getting out, right? Like, we always sample the 3-day mini experience all the time. Have any of you guys ever tried to sample the rest? Just shake your heads, yes or no. I'm scrolling through. Has anybody ever done the rest? So, you guys, Brittany here, she's effing genius.
A genius.
She's legit a genius. She posted this picture of all these Thrive samples, and she says, I have 90 packets. And who could not get, what was your exact wording?
My exact wording, I don't know, but I said only 90 people are going to get a good night's sleep or something like that. And I said, who has trouble sleeping? I want you to experience this. And I sold 90 rest one-day samples for $10 a piece last night.
Did you guys hear that? $10 a piece that she sold rest for to 90 people. Times that up. Do that math in your head. Now, Jamie, you're looking at me like this bitch is crazy. Like what the hell is she doing? Like, I know we all thought that. Like when my whole team found out that she sold rest for $10 and she got people to actually buy, genius. Like absolutely. Yes, holy crap, $10 a piece. That is exactly what she did. And if you guys don't believe me, go back to her post, go look at all of her comments, go see what she posted, go ahead and steal the picture, but use your own verbiage so Facebook does not pick up on that algorithm. Make it your own personal post, okay? But seriously, it's not just about getting people in this world, yes, want energy and they want everything, but they also need a good night's sleep. So we also have to utilize all of the products that we have, not just the 3 steps. We have to utilize all of them, guys. Even if you're selling the Pure, the energy shots, $10 a pop.
And you know what, you guys? Like I don't even know. I had a lot of comments on that post, and I had people say $10 for one night, and I said, yeah. And then I said, and they're like, well, that's kind of expensive. And I said, oh, completely. But that's because I ship it myself. And it's just, for you to see how you like it. But how about you try it for less than $2 a night? And they're like, okay, how do you do that? I'm like, well, let's just get you a full box. It's $50 for a month's supply, and you'll get it in 3 nights. I got 3 customers. Instead of selling a sample, I just got 3 customers. So if people are like, okay, $10 for one night, fine. How about less than $2 for a night? Always switch it around. Don't let them be afraid of your sample price. Justify your sample price that you're shipping it personally. It's your personal product, so it's got to pay for the postage and the product. That I told them, I'm like, the gel is kind of heavy, so postage is, a lot or extra. So make it personable. Don't be afraid to switch it around and make a customer out of it instead of selling a sample. Don't let them get turned away by a sample price when you could give them a discounted monthly price.
Yep. Like you guys are all saying, genius, right? I would have never even to think about selling one sample for $10.
Because I'm so much smarter than you.
No, it's just because you're older than me. But it's also, you guys, like, it's her wording. It's how she used it. People are like, well, $10 for one sample. Well, how about you try it for less than $2? You know what I mean? So then, boom, customer, $40 more for a 30-day supply. Yeah. So, like, seriously, make sure you guys are utilizing everything as samples and not just the 3 steps. Yes, the 3 steps are important, but every single product that we have is important, you guys. All right, Britt, biggest tip that you have, okay, or 2, or were you just doing a piece like you're going to leave?
I literally just got an email saying that someone signed up as a promoter, and I don't even know who it was.
Oh, so you have to go. So we're going to give you 1 more minute. What's your biggest tip for somebody that was in such a big of a funk like you were, and you, even though all those times you pissed me off, get back into this, you need the money. What is your biggest tip for those people that felt the way you did, where you're just too scared to post, didn't want to do it?
Yeah. Honestly, the biggest tip is you just need to take a step back, and you need to make a decision as to what's more important. Is the reason why you're not doing this business more important than you getting a better paycheck? I mean, and like Stephanie said, like I do my social media differently. I was always afraid to post because I didn't want to lose my makeup people. So I didn't post. Stephanie would tell me all the time to go live because when I go live, I have a couple hundred people watching me. So since I've been back from Cabo, I've gone live twice about the business. Last week, I signed 5 promoters and like 6 or 7 customers. Tonight, I signed 2 promoters before I hopped onto this, and now I just got another email saying that someone joined.
Like, I know this is going to be asked before when you got those 4 customers and 4 promoters to go VIP 1600, did you offer any incentives?
What?
Did you offer any incentives? Did you offer cash backs? Did you offer credits? How did you get 4 customers and 4 promoters to go VIP?
Yes, I did offer incentives. Because our team had that bank where still with that VIP, where there was some cash back, and then I had credits. So I honestly never use my credits for myself. I give my credits to my customers. So I got like 6 or 7 customers last week. A couple of them were burned. I transfer them credits to get signed up, but I tell them, like, I make it known to them. I'm like, I tell them, you see in my post, you see that there's a lot of comments. These credits won't last all night. I make an urgency out of anything.
You make it a point.
Yes.
First come, first serve.
Yes. Even though I have 1 million, like I have more rests coming. Every single person that I talk to at the rest, I'm like, I only have 2 left. But I said that to about 80 people,
Yeah.
It's a matter of getting them to do it now, because if they have time to think about it, they probably won't do it and they won't realize how important it is.
Way to go. Yeah.
I know.
I saw someone comment that you can't find her. Her name is Brittany Strike on Facebook. I know you guys are probably looking for Brittany Long, but it's actually Brittany Strike, Streich, and she is from Minnesota. So that's how you guys can find her. So I know you have to.
Number 2. You're telling them my life.
Well, yes, I saw that. Like, I know your bank information if you want me to give that out. But all right, well, cool. I appreciate you coming on. So get back to those girls, and obviously don't forget Peyton's lunch.
All right. See you guys. I need to go work. Love you. Bye.
So you guys hear the importance of why never giving up, why it's so important to get to these events, and why you should never, ever, ever, ever rely on your team for your own success, because you're only able to bring yourself up there. Because if you're relying on your team, it's not going to work. Trust me, it's not going to work. You have to make it about your team. Never, ever, ever make it about you. One thing before I bring Amanda Arnett on, who teaches her team so well about samples, and I look up to Amanda. My whole team looks up to Amanda. We all know who Amanda Arnett is, right? And we love her. You guys, since coming back from Cabo after the announcements, I've had now 15 people on my team grab either that VIP 800 or VIP $1,600 VIP 1,600 bonus. What they have done is they have gone back. I've taught my team to go back to when you first joined, even if it's 2 years ago, because I know nobody's been in there longer than me. 2 years ago, go back to when you first joined. Talk to every single person that you've messaged. Talk to every single person that's tried samples, never ordered. Talk to every promoter that has quit. Tell those people right now, you can grab that bonus again. Like, here is your second chance. We all know everybody could use that extra $1,300. So go back to messages as far back as you can and talk to those people. That is what I'm training my team right now. And they're like, dude, I don't even have new blood. I don't know where to get new blood. Okay, go back to when you first joined. Back to all those single messages. And does that sound like work, and is it work? Yeah, absolutely, but life is work. But, it's $1,300. Like, $1,300 with Christmas right around the corner, that could do a lot for you guys. So it all depends on how bad you guys want it. Seriously, you just have to get in that mindset. You have to do the work because it's not going to come alone, and just do it and just grab it. So Amanda Arnett, are you there, my beautiful friend?
Hello. Can you hear me?
Gorgeous. You sure can.
Okay. So, I'm going to tell you guys a little story about Funks with Leaders. Okay. Because I think it's important that we stay really transparent with you guys. And, we kind of share that part of our journey, because we have people quit all the time. We have customers that are, rude. We have customers that quit ordering. We have to troubleshoot things and all kinds of different stuff all the time, okay? And sometimes that can distract us from our follow-ups. That can distract us from our hustle, because then you fall into this selfish feeling of, if I'm working my business, I'm not helping everybody else, right? But you have to find like a fine balance there. And I'm going to tell you a little story. So we went to San Diego in June, right? I came home from San Diego from the getaway, pumped, fired up, laser vision, I went to San Diego. I think my PPA was 3. I came home and it was like 19 within a matter of days. And it was because I came home and I hustled and I was just like, boom, boom, boom. Nobody was going to stop me. I was running full speed ahead. And then July happened and I went on vacation and I was dealing with some drama within like some team, and I was trying to be little Miss Fix-It and make everybody happy, and I got really distracted. And then August happened, and again I was still dealing with some of the same stuff happening, and it was also a really hard month for me personally, just because I had a lot of personal stuff that was happening, you know, and it was like the anniversary of my dad's death, and I just get into a funk that time, okay? Like if you ever had something traumatic happen, sometimes it sets you back a little bit. But I tried to continue to push through, and around that time, Lisa comes out with this Destination to 12K. So I put my all into that and doing the tasks and checking each of theirs, trying to stay on top of the team page plus my own team. And I honestly wasn't really hustling my business. I did earn Cabo literally in June. Okay. I earned it in June pretty much because I came home and I got like a PPA of 19. And then I didn't really do a whole lot over the next couple months. I came home from Cabo with a PPA of 1, and my PPA now is 11. Okay. So that was like a week and a half ago or whatever. Right. And I will tell you, those leaderboards, they kind of get me. Okay. This is where you see Amanda's yellow turn red. Plus Jamie Pecca told me in the pool that she was going to beat me to VIP 800, and that just wasn't happening. So I was going to beat her. But anyway, so I came home and I did exactly what Steph is telling you guys. Like I went back, and I have done this in every single time that there's ever been a bonus that's on the table, there's ever been something I could hustle to, because I knew that if my team saw me getting it and my team also could get these same bonuses, that they would hustle too, right? So what do? I go through my text messages. I go through my Instagram messages. I go through my Facebook messages. I go back through my old post on my timeline. I pull up every single one of those things, guys. And if you haven't wrote those people's names now's the time to do it. And I went back from the beginning of this business of when I started, even emails, guys, because when I first started, I was like, everybody email me. So I was just like going through and typing in Thrive, typing in Lavelle, into all these search engines and all this stuff. And I ended up getting that, right? I was also started sampling out stuff. I started talking more. I started getting louder. I did exactly what Brittany did. I started posting on my page and not holding myself back. And something funny happens when you put that aggression out there. And don't get me wrong, guys, you are going to have people that unfollow you. You are going to have people that unfriend you. But what matters more? The fact that you paid your electric bill, you've got food on the table for your kids, you're spending your days with your family. Like, what matters more? That person that was a butthole that unfriended you because they didn't want to support you, but they just posted about having their new job. They just posted about their raise. They just posted about being promoted in their business. So you have to decide that you don't care what other people decide that they're going to do, okay? And I'm not telling you to sit here and spam your page or anything like that, okay? But what I'm telling you is that if you don't stay consistent and stay loud, those people are going to join with somebody else. Those people are going to be looking, like I had a girl that just got her upgrade kit, and it counted for my re-VIP, guys, but she had never purchased products. She wanted to order, but she had never purchased products. She counted for my VIP. She signed up like a year and a half ago, and she had just been sitting there. Okay. So if you haven't pulled up your free customer accounts and messaged every single one of them, then you're not done yet. If you've not pulled up every single brand promoter that's in your downline that has never ordered an upgrade kit and you haven't contacted them, then that's you. That's you. That's not anybody else. If you
It takes work.
follow-up list, then that's on you. I hear people say all the time, like, I'm working my business, but I don't know what I'm doing. But then I don't see them on Zooms. I don't see them on calls. I don't see them posting on the team pages and giving tips or notes. I don't see that. I see them posting. But if all you're doing is trying to sell and you're never doing any personal growth whatsoever or ever willing to learn anything, then you are going to spin circles. And if what you're doing isn't working, you have to ask yourself, okay, A, have I just not been doing this long enough? Am I not staying consistent? Or am I doing it and what I'm doing is not working? And you know what the definition of insanity is? Doing the same thing over and over and over and over and over again and never getting results. Okay, so like the reality of it is that you have to change something. So you look at somebody else and you get inspired instead of jealous. You get inspired by what it is that they're doing, and then you go and make your own, okay? I have a girl on my team who on August 9th, I asked her to be on a Lavelle live call. She barely had any customers at that standpoint. She really was kind of shy, didn't really go live a lot, didn't really put herself out there a lot. And then guess what, guys? After she got on that live call, and she kept on hearing me say, girl, you are incredible. Like, your results are amazing. You need to put this out there and share your story. She just re-VIP'd. Her team is exploding. She's sharing the most incredible tips ever now. It's like a whole new light bulb went off, and it's like she's hungry to learn, and she's grasping, and she's like a sponge, right? But you have to decide.
Is that the same girl that almost had her car repossessed?
No, that was a totally different one, but very similar stories, you know, and well, no, she did have her car repossessed on Tuesday. I had a girl, and she's probably on here right now because she plugs in all the time, but she had her car repossessed on Sunday. She had just she lost her sponsor quit. Okay, at the end of August, she decided to commit to the Destination to 12K, got a crap ton of new leads because of her commitment. Then on Tuesday, her van was repossessed from her house, okay, in front of her children, which, you guys, I've had that happen to me personally 5.5 years ago. It's one of the reasons why I'm here today in this industry, is because I never again wanted to see my kids see that car being pulled away, and just that feeling of defeat and that feeling of embarrassment and all of those things, right? So she had her car repossessed on Tuesday. On Sunday, she didn't believe that she could necessarily get those re-VIPs because she had been really kind of stagnant in her business. And then on Tuesday, her car got repossessed. And then on Wednesday, I threw out a promo for, you know, the people that were in my personally enrolled chat. I'm like, hey, you re-VIP, I'm going to give you $100. If you re-VIP again, I'm going to give you another $100. And yes, you guys, that might sound steep, but at the same time, it's like, I want the people on my team to be successful. So I was like willing to give that back. Plus, guess what? Every single one of them, if they re-VIP'd, the only thing I'm giving back is really those fast starts. Okay. Yeah. So it's like, it's totally worth it to give back. I'm not looking at the short term. I'm looking at the long term of this, them creating new momentum within their team. So anyways, so really I wasn't out anything. I gave back what I was going to earn, and that was it. Right. So I put those out there, and she started to believe. She started to believe, oh my God, like the amount I need is $1,520. Well, $1,320 from the re-VIP, $200 from me, that's $1,520. Talk about fate, right? So anyways, Sunday night she re-VIP'd 800, I think 2 days before, and then VIP 1,600 Sunday night. So she took a picture, and she's got her car back with her babies, and she's pregnant. And, you know, it's stories like that that keep me fired up. But I'm going to tell you what lit my fire, though, in Cabo was seeing my team. Seeing my team there. And I might get emotional because I'm super emotional person, but you guys, it was the most beautiful setting. And to know like so many of them, I have never been on a vacation with just my husband. So to experience that and look around and see these people that, you know, grew up maybe even like me, you know, where I didn't have a lot of stuff. I live in a small town. I'm not a fancy pantsy, you know. I'm literally a simple girl. Like my dad had all of his hats like pinned on the wall. Like seriously, like that's my life. So like to see these beautiful mountains and oceans and all of this incredible stuff, like I'm like, we are here for free. People are like living it up, and why are more people not experiencing this? And just to know how many people on my team were there experiencing it and how many people earned it but didn't get to go, like I was like, I have got to lead the way. I've got to show them what is possible. So I came back and I did not hold back at all, and I made those leaderboards for both 800 and 1600. So I was one of the first 40 and one of the first 20, and I can tell you guys, I had to show my team, like I came in and I went 200K like really quick, but like I had to show my team, like I'm still here. I'm still working. Every day my team can rely on the fact that at 6 a.m. there is a post with action steps for the day posted for them. There is some kind of tip to motivate them and excite them. It is their responsibility to go and look at that page. It is their responsibility to go and put in those actions, but I am there and I'm not going to stop being there. And the thing is, guys, is that you have to decide that you're going to be the leader that you want. You have to decide that you're going to be there, that you're going to put stuff out there, that you're going to continue to learn, that you're going to go find answers or find a way when you don't have a way. So anyways, I was supposed to talk about three-way calls and I just started talking. You guys should know I'm all over the place. And so let me go into that. First of all, I want to first say, and people do three-way calls differently. So please, if you're doing it one way and it is working, that's the key.
Don't change it.
And it is working for you, then keep doing that, okay? But I'm going to tell you my suggestion. Had Jamie Pecca thrown me on a call with Lisa K. Fuller before I ever talked to Jamie Pecca about what the heck was going on, I would have been pissed off and probably hung up. Okay, I'm just going to be honest. I would have felt weird, and I wouldn't have been happy, and I probably wouldn't have been so open to listening. Okay, so I'm going to tell you, this is how you lean into a three-way call, because I get that question all the time. How do I know when it's time to put somebody in a three-way call? If you're talking to somebody and they are asking you what are these 3 steps, and you say, let me add you in a three-way call. Well, you basically just told them you have no flipping clue and you don't even want to find the answers, okay? You guys, you have a video on your website, okay? You have a video on your website. You have a video that you can go to YouTube and listen to the 1, 2, 3 steps, okay? I don't say anything fancy. I say, oh my God, girl, I voice message. Or, hey, you know, whatever, if it's a guy. But I'm just going to pretend I'm talking to a girl. Oh my God, girl, you would not believe how incredible this feels. I was like, I was only sleeping like 3 hours a night. I had no energy. I was working third shift. It was nuts. Anyways, these 3 products changed everything for me. Would you be willing to listen to a 3-minute video that literally is going to tell you so much more than I ever could explain in just a few words? Sure. Okay, great. So I'm going to send them the video, right? Then a couple minutes later, I'm going to shoot them a message. What did you think of that video? All right. Okay. I don't know. I'm not going to I can't afford that. I'm going to go by that. They say I can't afford it. So now you know that they're struggling financially to come up with the money to even be able to order. As a customer or a promoter, ding, 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 3-way call. You need to find somebody that knows a solution that this person can relate. If they say they don't have money, they don't have time, they work crazy shifts, they've got kids, blah, 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 you go find somebody to get on that 3-way call that is literally relating to that. Like me, I'm a nurse. I work third shift. I'd be a perfect person for somebody that said they work night shift and, you know, they don't have time or whatever, okay? I built my business with my last company and this company while I was working full-time. I went 200K while I was working full-time, and I have 2 kids. Same thing with my last business. I went to the second to highest rank in that company while I was working full-time. So I want you guys to understand that it's a matter of priority, okay? My daughter the other day, I said, Layla, because I was actually doing I was actually doing a video chat with somebody while I was driving home from Dairy Cream Corner because it was the last night. Anyways, got to get my priorities right. But I was talking to a young lady who is actually on here, and she, like I said, Layla, I said, what do you think about what mommy does? My 15-year-old daughter. And I was like, do you feel like mommy's not present? And she was like, heck no. My mom puts her phone down when she's watching games. My mom is present when we're doing homework, when we have dinner, you know. But she was just like, but if we're just sitting in the living room and dad's watching TV and like Leah's playing and I'm doing, like, she works. She doesn't watch TV. I mean, I do at night right before bed because that's my time. And you're allowed to have your time, guys. But I'll tell you what, I don't earn my time till everything is checked off my list that I put out to do that day, which means team chats, checking in with my team, my follow-ups, me making my post, me interacting, me adding new people, me creating interaction with new people.
You work in your business.
Me working my business. So I don't get that time at the end of the night until that's done. And you better believe that I'm powering it up in the evening times too. Why? Because that's when I built my business the most. When my kids go to bed at 9 p.m., game on. Game on. That is when I do the most work, okay? And now, because I'm home, I do it during the day. So 3-way calls, you want to lean into those once you listen to what the person needs, okay? And if they're not hearing what you're saying, then you grab somebody in for that validation, whether that's they're working some crazy shift or they've never done something like this before, or, you know, whatever. You guys, you have team chats, you have team pages. There is no reason if your upline is busy that you can't reach out to a sideline or a friend that you talk to every day. And by the way, while we're talking about that, you need to find an accountability partner and not one that is going to whine about everything that goes wrong. You guys, computers are going to not work. Customers are going to be glitchy. People are going to be missing product's going to be busted, arms are going to be red. I mean, everything under the sun is going to go wrong. And it's just the way that you react is how your customers and your promoters are going to. I have a rule in my chats. There's no negativity. And buddy, if I see negativity, I will cut that shit right in the, like, right away.
You're out.
Something on the team page, I have no problem. Delete, gone. And somebody might say, what happened to my post? I don't know. Were you negative? Because if you were, it's gone. You should go to your upline. You should never, ever, ever allow your sidelines to be toxic atmosphere because of you. You got to take personal accountability there, guys. Just like that person that just went and posted on your post how Thrive's a scam and it's a pyramid scheme. Like all of that stuff. Now, there's different opinions on that, but then that plants seeds in other people's heads. The way you react to that is up to you. I mean, back in the day, I used to tell people to go F themselves. I mean, I'm just going to be honest with you, but I did, okay? Now, I simply delete and I don't care. And some people would say, yeah, but I want to justify it. I don't want my friends to think I'm just deleting or hiding that. Da, 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 da. Well, here's the difference personally developing wise. I could sit here and argue back and forth all day against somebody that's just going to keep on coming at me, okay? Or I could delete them and not give a crap of what their opinion is because they're too lazy to Google what pyramid scheme and MLM actually is, okay? So I don't have time for that, to go back and forth. I don't have time to worry about what my friends think about what some ignorant person posted on my wall that shouldn't be posting on my wall in the first place if they can't support me. And to be honest, you don't see very many negative people that post on my wall because they know I'll snap their freaking head. No, seriously. But they know that I'll come at them and I will just delete and block. I don't care. You don't come at me. People treat you the way you allow them to treat you. So if you keep on allowing them to talk and to be like that towards you, or people to talk badly about your business, you know, and some of you guys don't have supportive family. You don't have supportive spouses. You don't have supportive whatever. I just want to tell you that my husband is like the only person in my family that actually orders, okay? My husband. He's the only one that really thrives. It's not that people don't support me. They just don't. It's like, I don't know. I guess they think that my husband and I are home full time and we twiddle our thumbs all day. I don't know. I don't know. But I can tell you this. All it takes is one person to tell me I inspired them today. All it takes is one person to tell me they were able to get their van back because They lost it, and now they can take their kids to and from places, get to their appointments, and provide for their family. All it takes is one person to tell me that they were able to get out of a bad situation. All it takes is one person to tell me, to remind me to quit feeling damn pity for myself and get my butt to work, because I have a lot of lives that I still have to touch. So the 3-way calls, when do you do it? When you qualify them with a question of why they have not ordered yet. Okay, if it's money and they're open to find solutions, then you can teach them how to thrive for free. I hear people say, I tell my customers all the time, you guys, you got to realize that your customers don't want to work the business. If they did, they'd hit the promoter button, okay? There's a difference between telling a customer to go post about Thrive and telling your customer to go post about how they are feeling. Tell your poster to go to post about how they're feeling and then tag you in the comments. You'll take care of the rest. You do the work. You help the referrals. That's how I went VIP 1600 really quick, because I said, you know what? I've got a month free. I had 150 credits for the first person that refers 2 people to me. I actually put out a planner post, and the planner post was something like, if you could thrive for free for, if cost wasn't an issue. I posted this while I was in Cabo, and then I followed up when I got home. I said, if cost wasn't an issue, would you thrive? And I had a bunch of comments. I went down through each one of those. I sent people messages. Guess what? If they didn't message me back before somebody else already signed up, they missed out. But if they did message me back and they referred 2 people, and I had this happen with a husband signed and a mom signed, and that person got a month for free because they're going to get the credits, but also their husband got 75 credits and their mom got 75 credits. So they both got the half month off for free, right? So I want you guys, you have to be willing to give in order to get. Write that down. If you write nothing else down, you have to be willing to give in order to get. Every single one of your promoters that you're signing right now, if they got 200 packs, guess what? You're going to get a $40 fast start. Why don't you give it back to them? Because you're still going to get a $400 bonus and $100 credits that you
and that volume to help you hit your next rank.
Yep. And if you teach that to your team, if you teach your team to give, you guys, you will receive. And I promise you, and I'll be honest with you, the people that say that I don't want to give my money away, well, I'll never see you at the top. And I'm just going to be honest with you, because until
you can't make it about you, you have to make it about your team.
Huh?
You can't make it, you can never ever make it about you. You have to make it about your team.
No, it has to be my team. I am nothing if my team is not succeeding. I am nothing if my team is not winning. I am nothing if I'm the only one making money in this business, okay? So the reality of it is that I have to pour my focus on helping people, guys, helping my customers, helping my team, helping my promoters learn how to do this. So I have to take that responsibility to show up. I'm going to be honest, you guys, if your leader is gone, you're here.
Mm-hmm.
You're here, right?
You have another upline.
Yeah, you have another upline, and even still, you don't need somebody to handhold you. You don't, guys. I didn't have somebody to hold my hand. But you know what I did have? I had a team page, and I plugged in. And when I didn't know something and I couldn't find something and nobody knew the answer, I went and researched it. And then I tried an error, and I fell apart a lot of times. But at the same time, I kept on doing it, you know? And when it comes to samples and 3-way chats and all of that business, if you're not doing them, that's why your business isn't growing. If you're not sampling out, you're not getting people that taste into people saying, listen, I sampled product out like back in January 2017, and those people were just now becoming customers with me.
Yeah.
What if I would have stopped? Then they could be signing with staff. I mean,
I'll take them.
Yeah, I mean, that's the reality, is that when you guys quit working, your people are going to go to other people, and then it's going to probably piss you off if they're a millionaire next year, right?
Oh.
I'd be pretty mad if I was like,
that not sting or what?
Yeah, I mean, that's just the reality of it. So samples, get them out. If you don't have money, you need to just post like you do. Okay, you need to post like you have those samples right in your house. And by doing that, you say, you know what, on Friday, I'm gonna place an order on Friday for samples. If you want one, reserve it now. You don't need to use the word pre-sale. You don't need to tell people you don't have anything, but you need to hustle. Okay.
I love that verbiage. Don't use pre-sale. Yes.
Yeah. Instead of using pre-sale, you say, you know what, on Friday, for every single one of you that do not have product right now, every single one of you that does not have product to sample out right now, I challenge you. I challenge every single one of you to put a post out there and say, I am placing an order on, give yourself Saturday, because VIP's in Saturday night. I am placing an order on Saturday for these incredible packets of heaven. I don't care what you call them, okay? For samples. You can sell 3 days, you can sell 6 days, you can sell however many days that you want, okay? But you're placing an order, period. End of story. Do they want it? Yes or no? And you hustle hard with that, because then you can have some product, you can hustle. By sampling that out, it's going to return into customers, it's going to return into promoters, but only if you follow through, only if you make sure they have a good experience, only if you're following up with them during that first day 1, day 3, and then, you know, your customers day 10. You know, Paul and Jason say this over and over and over and over again, but if you're not doing it, it's not going to happen. If you're not taking the tips that you're learning and applying them, that's like, you heard some amazing tips from Brittany earlier. You've heard Steph share some stuff. You've heard me talk for now, I don't know how long. But the reality of it is if you get off of here and you don't get consistent with posting, I seen where somebody said, how many times a day do you post? You guys, you got to quit thinking like that. Focus on your quality of what you're putting out there. If you post one incredible post today about the products, and then you are focused on interacting and posting about your kids or posting about your life or what you're making for dinner, that post is going to keep on bumping. Why? Because you showed people you cared. Stacy likes to call it hugs and high fives. And it's so true, right? Like some hugs and kisses or something, right? But hugs and high fives, how many people did you spend intentionally, interacting with? Go to your most recent post. Carrie Moten taught me that. Go to your most recent post instead of your regular news feed. And those are people that are on right now. Same thing with Instagram. If you go to your most recent activity, when you look up a hashtag, those people are on right now. But if they do not relate to you, they're not going to pay attention to you. So you guys gotta don't take away from yourself, but be conscious about what you're putting out there. Don't worry about having all of the right verbiage. Focus on the way that you feel. Focus on the stories. Focus on what you putting this out there can help. And I'm going to say one final thing and then I'm done and I'll shut up, I promise. Back in my first I know. So back in my first business, I had a leader who was like, I don't know, like 20 levels up for me. I don't even know. And I remember her posting, first of all, she reached out to me and she believed in me and she challenged me like to hit a goal. Okay. And that meant a lot to me. It meant so much to me that she believed that I could do it. Anyways, she posted one time, what if that person that you walked beside in the store could have been your next top rank in the company, your next
40K, 80K.
Yeah. I mean, what if that person that you just walked by is in an abusive relationship and they need a way out and you're their hope? What? You know, and the reality of it is that this post was so impactful and it had so many different examples and it was so impactful to me because it made me realize like I'm being selfish by not sharing, you know, the way these products make me feel, the way that these products literally in this company have changed my life and provided for, you know, my family. And, you know, I unfortunately in my last business had to go through that situation where my dad was dying and there was nobody else. And I had to be the one that was there taking care of him. And had I been working full time, had I not had the resources, I wouldn't have had an apartment for him. I wouldn't have been able to afford the medications for him. He never would have had a funeral. He never would have, his wishes never would have been met because I simply couldn't have provided those things for him. And I just want you guys to know, and I hope none of you ever go through those hard times like I did, but I just want you to know I was willing to risk it all in order to be there. Okay. I was willing to risk it all and that to be my focus. And I'm blessed for that. You know, and it was probably one of the reasons why I stuck around with that last business for as long as I could, because it did allow me a way to be there during hard times. And I was scared to, you know, put my all into this, but I got to tell you guys, being able to run my business for free. And that was one of the biggest complaints that I heard from people with website fees. That's a blessing. Being able to sign people up for free and show them a way to make money. That is a blessing. Being able to have
No.
Paul and Jason constantly, every time you turn around, throwing something, some kind of fuel on a fire already lit. Oh my gosh, who is yelling at their kids? Mute your phone. Anyways, but be real. Like, the reality of it is that if you don't continue to stay like totally in a place of connect your goal to your actions, whatever you're sitting here saying, whatever your goal is, okay? You have to put those actions in order to get it. You want to be 4K, then buddy, if you're 0 right now, you can still be 4K. Period. End of story. You want to be 12K by the end of the month, then you better get your booty moving, and you better start teaching people aggressively how they can be successful, how they can go VIP 800, VIP 600. Does that mean that that's going to happen for everybody? No, simply because you don't have a network yet. Okay. But if you keep on doing it and that's where your focus is, you might not hit it this month. You might not hit it next month, but buddy, you're going to hit it.
You're going to hit it.
People going. Yep. Okay. It
Amen.
keeps people going. So I'm going to shut up because you know me, I'll keep on talking and it's already 10 o'clock. So I'm going to stop.
Well, I love you and I appreciate you, and I cannot wait for my whole team to meet you in person in North Carolina next month. I'm so excited for them to meet you. You guys, I'm going to open this up for just a couple minutes. I know it's getting late. Does anybody have any questions? Please unmute yourself so we can hear you. So anybody have any questions at all? Otherwise, we're going to wrap it up. Don't be shy. No question's a dumb question. You have all of us leaders on. Utilize us right now. Nobody? Yay, Jamie.
What's the best way to get new customers and new promoters? I am brand spanking new and working on my first month, and I'm having a really hard time getting people to want to do this.
So you said this is your first month, right?
Yes.
Okay, so first of all, I love you because you just want it right now. You're just like me. That's how I was. 2, it doesn't happen overnight. Unfortunately, it doesn't. But 3, it's, honest to God, you're going to hear the same thing that I know your upline has told you. It's being consistent. It's talking to every single person that you know, your friends, your family. Are you currently using Thrive right now?
Yes.
Okay, so you know what Thrive, what it does for you. It's just about you opening up your mouth to people. If social media is not working for you, it's about you talking to those people, getting them on the phone, text messaging them, anything, telling them, hey, mom, sister, cousin, bro, have you heard of Thrive? I have to tell you about these 3 steps, what they're doing for me. I know you could benefit from it. That's how it starts.
Okay. I'm getting a lot of, hey, I can't afford this.
So what do you say to people when they say, I cannot afford it, I don't have the money?
I have been just leaving it because people are like, no, I can't afford it right now.
No, never leave it. Never, ever, ever leave it. Because always, I teach I mount this into my team's head. If somebody says, I cannot afford it right now, your next question should be, what is your budget? Okay. Because what if their budget's $120 and you have $30 in credits to give? Boom, you can get them on the 3 easy steps.
Okay.
Always ask what is their budget, and especially what if they don't want the energy or something? What if they just want some extra sleep? Mm-hmm. And their budget's $50. Boom, okay, I'm going to hook you up with the rest. Let's get you rolling. And then make sure you're always telling them, enroll with AutoShip. Mm-hmm. And then next month, we're going to get your products for free for you by referring 2 customers.
Okay.
And I just want to say, like, good for you for stepping up and asking that and it being your first month. Some people would never have asked that. So good for you for doing that. And I do want to encourage you that if you're not sampling out right now, if you're not sampling, like, you might be experiencing it, but I'm thinking back to my first 30 days in this business, my first 60 days. I don't know. It was like, it felt like for months and months and months. I always carried 3-day minis with me in my purse. I'd have people that, you know what, I have to work all weekend because I worked weekend nights at the time. And I would pack them in my work bag, and people would message me like, and I might be able to check my messages before work, after work, or sometimes if I snuck to pee really, really quickly. And you know what, if they said, hey, Amanda, I want to get a mini from you, I'd say, you know what, I'm up on 3A. You can come and grab one, and just let the secretary know to grab me, and I'll go grab it for you real quick. Like, I was passing out minis, but I was super intentional about wanting people to experience what I was experiencing. So I talked about my own personal experience a lot. And then I offered during that same time that I had samples for them to try as well. And don't feel bad about charging something that you had to pay for yourself, okay? Because you had to pay for it, they need to pay for it. And you need to make them work for it too.
Okay. Yeah, I have at least one 5-day sample out, and I got one customer so far. Actually 2 my mom ordered, but she is unable to use it right now.
He counts.
Yes.
Don't
Moms
distract
always count.
yourself.
So we'll see how it goes with my friend. She's a NICU nurse, so hopefully.
And nurses, let me tell you, I'm a nurse. So let me tell you, nurses, if you can break them, man, if you can get them to try the product, they fall in
You're
love.
a winner right there. Yep.
Yeah, they're in
Yep.
love because they'll tell everybody.
She was really excited about it. So she's on her first day today. I haven't heard back from her yet today, so we'll see.
Well, she might have not peed yet today, too.
Yeah.
Does that help, Jamie?
It does. Thank you.
Okay, good. Well, welcome. I know you're not on our teams, but just welcome. And like I said, I love how you're just like, I want it now. I mean, that's the mindset you should be in. That's perfect.
Thank you.
Anybody else? I see 2 people raise their hands.
I see a question. What would you do if people just ghost on you on a chat and won't respond?
You cut them. You go to their house and you just cut them.
I'll tell you what I do. Okay. So if I'm talking to somebody and they just disappear, I'm annoyingly happy on their post. And I'm like straight up in their face, like, oh my God, your kid's so beautiful. Like, no, I'm just kidding. But I really am. I'm like just showing them love on their post. Right. And then guess what? I don't care that they ghosted me. I'm going to follow up with them anyways because they told me that they are tired, exhausted, and not have any energy. And that's where my focus is, not the fact that they like ignored me, the fact that I'm trying to help them. And let me tell you this too, guys. Here's 2 tips. I'm sorry. I have to add this.
Don't be sorry.
Two things. Always when you follow up with somebody, there's no generic message that you should ever be sending. You need to go up in your messenger and see what your conversation was. And then you follow up by addressing one of the reasons why they want to be thriving in the first place, whether they want to join as the business, they want to whatever, right? And when you address that, it shows them that you actually care and it's not just a sale, okay? Is this business about sales? Hell yes, it is, okay? It is. I don't care what anybody says. But it's a matter of you sharing and you caring, okay? And when you share and you care, that changes the ball game, all right? Everybody's selling something. Just turn on the radio or the TV. I say it all the time. We've been listening to sales ads forever and ever and ever. Facebook's not going to change. Instagram's not going to change. It's just a matter of who people are going to decide to join. Amanda, can you repeat what you said about the post of placing an order for a sample? Yeah, tell them that you are placing an order on Saturday, and if they want to reserve a sample, they need to get in touch with you because you're only placing an order for 8 or 6 or whatever you want to say.
Make it urgent.
Yeah, but you got to put some urgency behind it and you have to commit. I mean, you have to commit, and that means that you're not going to sell 3 samples and be done, like, because you can't order your kit if you sell 3 samples, right? Mm-hmm. Because you have no money, and that's the whole reason why you're placing this order. So what you have to do is you have to commit, and that means you have to get aggressive. You have to post. You have to talk. You have to reach out to people. You have to talk to them. You have to open your mouth. Like Stephanie said, if you're not big on social media, you guys, I mean, the reality of it is that when I think back, when I got started in this industry, I was having parties. I was talking to people. I was going to the Working Women's Wednesdays. I was getting myself out there. As much as I hated freaking vendor events, I'm just being honest, as much as I hated them, I can't tell you how many people today that I have as customers or friends on Facebook because I met them at an event. I met them at Lane Bryant in Florida. I met them at, whatever, Lane Bryant in Pittsburgh. Like, I don't know what it is about Lane Bryant and me, but I sign promoters all the time from, the big girl stores, maybe because they feel they can relate to me. I don't know. But the reality of it is that if people ghost you, you have to remember it's because most of the time they're ghosting you because they don't have money or they just don't want to make themselves a priority. I mean, you guys, you can't, the reality of it is how many times do you go shopping and you don't buy yourself anything?
Mm-hmm.
People feel guilty about buying themselves stuff. People feel guilty about taking care of themselves. They want to take care of everybody else but themselves. I mean, there's some of those people out there that are all about themselves. And I mean, those people, that's a totally different story. But I always, annoying voice clip. Sorry. I love the voice clip. I'm a big voice clip person and I send them out just because I'm too lazy to type. But also people can feel my excitement and they hear my excitement. They hear my confidence in the product. They hear my confidence in the opportunity. When somebody says, how do I make $1,320 because of a post I posted? I say, you help 2 people. You help 2 people get started on the Thrive experience. You help 2 people that want to make some money. I don't get into details any more than that. I say you help 2 and 2, period. End of story. Yeah, 14 to 21 days. Yeah. And then, if they want to hear more, okay, let's talk about that, but I still voice clip, I answer only the questions they're asking. And then I listen and that's how I reply. That's how I follow up. That's how I, whatever. But the reality of it is I do a couple things. I make sure they know that they're going to have support. I make sure that they know that I'm going to be there to help them. I make sure they know that I'm going to do everything I can to help them thrive for free. And you guys, when you allow people to know that you're going to support them during this journey, that you want to know how their Thrive experience is going, that you're not just signing them up and leaving them, they're more likely to respond back to you and it to be more of a personal level. And I don't get all those weird conversations that I see people posting about all these weird ingredients. And I think honestly, it's because I just straight up send the PDF file to people. And that's just that. I don't get all those weird questions about weird stuff being in it. I don't know. People don't ask me how Tylenol works. They just take it. So
You're hilarious.
That's what it is. But okay, I'm going to shut up. I promise. I'm done. I'm good.
I love you. All right. Other questions. What else can we answer for you guys?
Hi.
There's my husband. Hi. Who is
Hi.
this sweet little voice? Hi.
Oh, I don't know if you guys could hear me. So my question is about social media. I know, Amanda, you did a thing on Instagram, but I noticed that sometimes I'll get a lot of interaction on social media, but most of the time my interaction is when I make posts about giving things away for free. So what would you guys say about getting more interaction on regular social media posts versus always giving things away for free?
You have to ask yourself what value you're bringing to people. Are you bringing them excitement? Are you bringing them stories about your real life? I can tell you honestly, when I go to somebody's page and I look at their social media, whether it be Instagram or Facebook, 2 things. If all they're doing is trying to sell and there's nothing about them, they're not relatable. They look like a salesman. If I go to their social media and I see that they're posting here and there, but they don't have any likes or any comments, I ask myself, 1, are they private? Are they not being public about their post? Are people getting to know them? Are you being relatable? That question about the value, I always get, I was stuck on that for so long. I was like, God, do I have to give people tips? Because I don't know what to tell people. I just want to cheer people on and be motivating and exciting. And the best way I can provide value to people is by me sharing my real life. My youngest daughter struggles with ADHD. My oldest daughter struggled with bullying. I struggle with anxiety myself. I'll post a recipe. Everybody can relate to food, okay? I'll post about needing more water or asking questions, things that are going to be interactive. Things like that. Today, guys, I saw a girl, listen, you copy the right cats, okay? I saw a girl post about her Thrive shake, drink it with water, drink it with milk, right? I changed it around just a tiny little bit, and that post has 200 comments on it. Now, granted, most of those people that commented are Thrivers, right? They're Thrivers. So some people would think, why would I want all just Thrivers to post? Blah, 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 blah. I want my other potentials. But you don't think your friends are seeing that? Come Come on. You know how I got some of my rock stars in my last business and in this business? Because they weren't friends with me, but I popped up on their timeline because their friend decided to comment on my stuff. And that might not be on my Thrive post, but that might be on something else. And that person says, what is this girl doing? And you guys, I posted a bunch of VIPs in my stories the other day. And I had 2 messages from people that weren't friends with me that said, what is it that you do? You know, so if you're not getting a lot of interaction, you're only getting interaction on the free stuff, first of all, you're giving away too much stuff for free. Even if you've only given like one thing away, if you're only getting people that want free stuff, it's the message that they're getting from you that there's no value on the product. So you want to make sure that you shift your thing. You want to put value on the product. Don't give away minis for free, except for if you do a drawing here and there, like for an event, or, you know, right now there's like, you could put like pumpkin, like you need better sleep, you need more energy, you need something like that, but you want to make people work for it. So they need to like, they need to comment, they need to tag some friends, they need to share your post. Like, don't just be doing a drawing on people that decide to say like duck, duck, goose or something, right? Do it on people that are going to sign up as a free account. Never send a mini out without a free account. You know, but really what it is that, first of all, are you sharing stories? Are you sharing your own story? Are you providing value for people to want to see your page? And last but not least, are you putting that same energy? You should be putting more energy on Facebook and on Instagram into interacting and liking and communicating with people than what you ever are on what your posts are. Okay? So like,
Right.
You don't want to just post something just because you want to post it. You want to post it because it gives you a feeling. It gives you a reason. There's something more behind it. And then when you share that, people get engaged with that. So like on Instagram, for instance, go take a look at your Instagram and say, you know what, if somebody came to my page right now, what would they know about me? Okay. If you go to my Instagram right now, I don't even post a lot of Thrive on my Instagram, like hardly ever, but I do in my stories every day. In my stories.
I know your Instagram is super eye-catching.
Well, but that took me long, and trust me, lots of bad in between, and lots of like flowy stuff in between. But I also have somebody that helps me now with graphics because I had to find myself balance in a way. So like I needed somebody to help me like with pictures and to help me with my stories and stuff like that. I can create them. I can do these things, but I needed somebody to help me. So I still have to do the work. I still have to talk to all the people. I still have to put the stuff out there, but I have somebody that helps me now with like the stuff that I don't have time to do. I know that sounds crazy, but my team is over 20,000 promoters, and it's like, I want to be there to help them, and I need to be able to talk to people and follow up with people. So my Instagram came with me doing a lot of the wrong ways for a long time. And I'm going to show you guys because a lot of you aren't on here. So I have a theme, okay? And it used to be like selfies all in one aisle, and it still kind of is. But now I have a quote of some kind, and it's always uplifting. But if you went to my page, you would see that I am all about my kids. You would see I'm all about positive energy. You would see I'm all about putting myself out there and being vulnerable. So that is what the relatability factor is with me. So then when they go to my stories, the stories are just another deeper level of you. What is it that this girl does? They're going to look at your stories. Okay.
I had someone contact me today actually, and she was like, I did something with the pumpkin thing for like a giveaway, and she was like, yeah, I've been waiting for you to give one away for free again. And I'm like, like I got myself into that place, you know?
So you know what you do with those people that are just like trying to soak it up for free? You have to say, you know what, if you could get a whole month for free if you're willing to share a little bit of story. I'll give you a discount if you go through the funnel, okay? Create a free account, you know, go and share the Thrive, like the Lavelle fan page, like the Lavelle fan page, get them in a 3-way chat, tell them you'll help them get a whole month for free if they just share the way that the like 3 days makes them feel. You know, so those people that actually win those, I would put them through the funnel and I would get them to actually share. And I would make that a stipulation before you ever mail it out. You're going to earn this, but this is what you have to do. And I have no problem telling somebody, well, you didn't want to do what I told you you had to do, so I'll give it to the next person. I don't care.
Yeah.
And you have to say it like that. You have to be okay with the fact that you might lose somebody, but what good was it going to be just for them to take it and let it sit on their counter and them never to post about it, never to sign up as a free customer, never to like anything? They're not going to help you grow your business, and they're certainly not going to order. They just want to take your product that you paid for, that you could have went and bought your kids a meal for.
Exactly.
If you have kids. So when you start changing the way that you think about this kind of stuff, it changes the way you do it. Does that mean I don't post about, getting a free sample? No, absolutely I do, but I have to find a way to attach value to it at the same time. And when you do that, it's like your response and the way that people talk to you. Like, I have people that took advantage of discounts, and guess what? They message me and they're like, I got to order more shakes. Like, I'm out of shakes. I need to do this, And then I'm like, okay, well, are you having trouble logging in because you haven't ordered those shakes that you've been telling me for like 2 weeks that you were going to order? What can I help you with? And as long as you're focused on, them and how you can get them free products, like they told you they don't have money. So you focus on how I can help you for free, but they have to work with you, a little bit for it. But yeah, so sorry, I kind of went from the Instagram to the Facebook to the,
It's okay. I need this.
I keep on
Thank
talking.
you.
Yeah, exactly. Don't always constantly post about free, because if you do, then people are going to always expect free. Any other questions for you guys? I see a couple more hands.
I was going to say, I see a lot of people saying, Amanda, I got to talk to you. Amanda, I got to talk to you. Guys, I will not see your messages if every single one of you guys say that you got to talk to me. So unmute yourself and ask the question, please.
Yeah.
I've got stuff I've got to do too after this. Shoot it out there.
Okay, I'm here. My name is Olivia Taylor, and hi, nice to meet you all.
Hi, Olivia.
I was wanting to ask the question. I've been with Thrive for like 2 years now, and me and my mom, we both do it. I am a mom of 2 twin daughters. They just turned 4, and I kind of feel like Jamie a little bit, because if I post about my story, or if I tell them, if I tell people about myself or something, and it's like I'll get like a lot of people who will go, oh, okay, what is it that you do, if I tell them that I've lost like 134 pounds? And then
Holy crap, you lost 134 pounds? Way to go. Holy crap.
Thank you. It's taken me a little over 2 years.
That's freaking incredible.
Thank you. I used to be very big in school and stuff, and it's like now, since I've been posting about this, it's like I'll get a lot of people who go, okay, like, what do you do? And then like if I start going into like detail of like what I do and stuff, and it's like if I start talking to them, it's like they'll ask me another question. Okay, well, how much is stuff? And I'm like, what is your budget range? What are you looking for that I can help you with? And then it's like if I tell them, like if I would have credits or something and I'll try to help someone with something, it's like they kind of back out on me and they don't want to do it.
Okay, so I think that maybe, just possibly, because of the results that you've had, and because you're kind of running into this situation more often than not, I'm going to tell you that the next time you're in a conversation with somebody, that you screenshot it and you send it to one of your uplines and you help them, and you allow them to help you guide through that conversation. And then if they say, hey, let's get them in a 3-way chat, then they can walk you to that level, but to kind of help you maybe just change your words. Just like Brittany at the beginning of this call tonight mentioned about that person that said $10, that's expensive. She flipped it around to say, well, what about if you got a whole month's supply for $2 a day? It's sometimes just about one word, one phrase that you say that makes it possible for them. So my suggestion to you is to continue to share your story. Don't hold back your story. Continue to share it. Might I suggest, though, that you get people involved in part of your story? So you lost 134. I'm guessing that you're more active now.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Do you
Big
walk?
time.
Do you walk?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
how about putting a challenge out there for people to walk with you, and every day you check in on your page and you start to get people that are going to do it with you. Maybe you all take selfies of each other, and it's a challenge for you to push yourselves to get a little bit farther each day. Get people involved in what it is that's going on with you, because you've done what some people, including myself, want to accomplish. So I can just tell you that if you can get people involved into your journey, they're going to want to be part of your journey, and they're going to want to feel those results and start to believe in themselves too.
Because like I'm a nurse too, so it's like, you know, I know way before, back in like 2013 and 2014, it was so hard for me to stand on my feet because, you know, I mean, I carried so much weight in between before
You have
I
pictures
even.
of those days? Probably not a whole lot, huh?
Yeah.
You do?
I have a couple, but not, I mean, not like a whole bunch, but days of like how it was for me to even walk, like it always looked like my kneecaps were going to blow or something because I carried so much weight. But yeah.
And you sharing those things and being very vulnerable about how you felt. You guys felt found, okay? You got to feel what it is that people want. You need to be able to find what it is that they are wanting. Feel what it is that they're doing, okay? But when you find a solution for them, then and you put that into place, you 100% are going to help them change their life. But you have to get to that level of them actually letting you know what their goals are, what it is that is holding them back. And the only way sometimes is just to ask those questions. What is stopping you from ordering today? What is your budget? What do you want to get out of these products? What kind of results are you looking for? How much money are you wanting to make? How much time are you willing to invest? Are you willing to learn and do the training? Like all those kind of questions are going to help you get better results when you're closing customers and closing promoters when you're talking to them.
Well,
Okay, so next time you just screenshot it. Oh, you're welcome, hon. You're welcome.
Incredible freaking story, man. 100 watt. That's incredible.
That's incredible.
All right. Anybody else? I know it's kind of getting kind of late for everybody, getting kiddos in bed, work tomorrow.
I have a question.
Anybody else? Yeah.
Okay. So I am not even signed up as a promoter yet. However, I've been talking to Brittany Green. Excuse me, my daughter just walked in. Sorry. I've been talking to Brittany Green, and I'm super excited. However, I wanted to pose this question to you two as well. I am also I have experience from another company. How do you transition from that? You know, how do you you had all these people and they saw what you were posting about other stuff, and then now you've switched gears. How do you transition? How do you filter questions? How do you answer those questions?
I'm going to tell you what I did. So I was with a previous company called It Works. It was 2 years ago today. Yesterday, actually. I was on an It Works cruise, okay, that I won. The very next day, I posted on social media, hey, guess what? I'm no longer with It Works. I joined Thrive. So talk about if people are going to think that, what the hell are you doing? It's about, obviously, you've tried Thrive, right? You're using Thrive. You're using the product.
No, I haven't even tried it yet.
You've never even tried it? Oh my gosh, get with your girl. You got to get a sample because
it's coming. Yeah, it's coming. It should be here tomorrow.
Perfect.
But yeah.
It's about having that personal testimonial. Is you can post with that little DFT right on your arm. Hey, guess what? Look what I joined. More energy, more focus. Tell your personal testimony about how you feel. $1,300 in your first 14 days. Free website fee. No mandatory auto shipments. Free products. You know, talking about all of the good about the business portion and what these products do.
So,
Amanda, what did you do when you switched?
Okay, so first I'll say I switched. I got my sample of Thrive the day before I left it, or the day I left It Works was the day that my 3-day mini came in the mail. So I'm not telling anybody to leave a company and to join another one, but I can tell you this. I had got to the point where my belief in the company and the products was not the same. My belief in knowing that I could help somebody to the top, I didn't believe any longer. And once that belief is gone, you're kind of doing an injustice to your team and the people, your customers, and so forth. I simply did not believe that these products would help me. But on Saturday, January 14th of 2017, I woke up and I took a capsule. I only took one capsule that day. I took a lifestyle mix and I slapped on one of these DFTs that were supposed to be magical. And by 2 p.m., I was smiling. I was laughing. I had energy to get up and move around. And I just, for the first time, after I had gone through loss, depression, anxiety, going back to working full time, a lot of tragedy in a very short period of time, I was smiling again. And I was happy, and I jumped on a live, and I knew that I needed to walk away from what I was doing because I was basically like a hamster in a wheel, and I needed to find my happiness again. And that came with risks, which is why I went back to working full time a couple months before, because I knew I was going to have to make some kind of decision. I knew that I did not feel any longer the way that I wanted to. So basically when I went on, I mean, I didn't dish It Works. I didn't diss, the products or the company or anything like that. I simply made a business decision with products that I felt would better serve the people that, in myself included, with simplicity, the fact that they could earn them for free, the fact that people could come in and earn bonuses, that they could run their website for free, that their customers could get their products for free. There was just simply a matter of there was more opportunity. And I get people that say, well, how many promoters are in this company? Heck if I know. But you guys, the reality of it is that people can sign up for free. So that number is kind of skewed because the ones that are actually working out of those that have signed up for free and that don't do anything, we all know that people sign up and don't ever do anything. Okay. Like that's just a reality. They sign up and they go away. But for me, the transition was just a matter of, you know what? I needed to make a change, and I feel alive and excited for the first time in a very long time. And I hope that you will come along, and if you're interested, let me help you. And, if they were customers of yours in the previous business, or they were on your team in whatever previous business, you let them know that you're going to connect them with people, that you appreciated their support, but you simply found something different, and you don't know what's different until you come across it. And you open your mind to it and you say, you know what, holy crap, this company was in front of me for years. It was in front of me. And I simply had my head down and focused on my other business and the products. I mean, I even called it a crack patch, guys. Okay. And I'm a cardiac nurse. So put some salt on the wound there. So there were screenshots of me talking about it being a crack patch and making your heart explode, going all over Facebook land. I didn't care. You want to know what those screenshots did? It brought other people to me that also felt like I did. And that's the reality. So you just have to go confidently with your decision of when you announce, when you share that, hey, you know what, I'm doing this and I'm going to make it work. And I'm excited about it because I truly feel I found something that can help more people. And, people don't have to be locked into an auto ship. They can pause it, they can delete it, and they're never charged. And I know that said company has a special right now where they don't have an auto ship for the next 15 days. But God, I feel bad for the ones that those auto ships flip on next month. But anyhow, I'm just saying, the reality of it is that when you make that decision to share and transition, it's not a matter of you saying these products didn't work. Yeah, they absolutely worked. You wouldn't have been with the company if they didn't. Okay. It's just you found something that instead of taking 10 vitamins, now you can take 3 simple steps and you're done for the entire day.
Right.
I have something.
And shout out to you, Alexis,
you
for jumping on here. Shout out to you
for
jumping on
I'm
here.
very serious. And Brittany Green is amazing. So we've been chatting.
I know.
And,
she signed up with me.
Right. I know. But yeah, when I put my mind to something, I'm very serious. And so I feel like this is a lifeline that I need so that I can stay afloat.
So,
I'm gonna give it
Alexis,
all.
Alexis,
Yes.
I'm not mispronouncing your name. I'm pronouncing it correct,
No.
right? Huh?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Okay, so Alexis, your products, the day that they come, you're going to hit that promoter button, and then within the next 14 days, we're going to see you earn $1,320 and $200
Girl,
in
yes.
product credit. And I'm
Brittany and I were
excited.
already talking about a car, so.
Yep. Oh, perfect. So we're going to be shouting her out a lot, and we're going to see her face a lot. And I've already decided your fate. So I'm excited to get to know you and get to work with you. And I love people that step up and share. And I know Jessica Powers is just dying to say something right now.
I am.
Because
I
Jessica
am.
was on my previous team. So
I was.
mhm.
And I will tell you, I didn't even try the product. I called Amanda and was like, I want to join your team. She was like, okay, let's go.
Almost a
And
year later.
yeah, it was almost a year later. But I'd been watching her forever because I felt the same way she did. I wasn't where she was, but I wanted to be where she was. And she's amazing. And I am glad that I followed her. I wish I would have followed her a year earlier, but it just wasn't that time. So don't let, I mean, the product's amazing. Just go ahead and take our word for it and hit the promoter button and get started. And like maybe a month or a month and a half before that, I signed like 20 promoters at my previous company because they had this huge special. So
I was
a
with the
month
same
and a half
company.
later.
So I was with the same company, and I boxed for a higher thing, but I never actually went anywhere.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I'm sorry about
And then,
that. But
I mean,
you
like a
will
month
hear.
and a half later, I left them
You're
all.
doing it good. You're going to do good.
And
I do see somebody asking about tax ID. So your social security number, because you are making money. So the government, they want some. The government wants some.
A little bit.
Yeah, they want some. But here's the thing, guys. And I'm going to stop recording because I don't want to say this when I'm recording.